It really is about time that the chance for Medicare for all start up again. I don't know where they went. They've completely disappeared. There was some momentum at one point to try to get Medicare for all, and it has just completely disappeared. And with the mess that's going on right now with the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, whatever you want to call it, and what's about to happen and what is happening where premiums are skyrocketing. And what most people don't talk about, they talk about the people that get these subsidies or the tax credits and how their premiums are going to elevate. But it's really about the people that don't get the subsidies or the tax credits that make just a little too much money to qualify. And their premiums are absolutely outrageous. Health insurance has just gone through the roof over the last 10 years, where now a family can have a policy that would cost them thousands of dollars a month, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and likely have somewhere around a $10,000 deductible, meaning unless there's something catastrophic that happens, the insurance is not going to pay for anything. You're going to pay for everything, and your premiums are absolutely outrageous. There was a time not that long ago when the HMO theme came about where it was very affordable. And the idea was, let's get you to the doctor more often. And the more you go to the doctor, the less likely you'll get sick later on, or at least you'll get less sick. And it worked for a little while. And then really corporate greed just took over to where these insurance carriers are really just taking the profits. If you look at the profit loss ratio of some of these major carriers, it's absolutely disgusting when it's in an industry like health insurance, where it is important for us to be able to manage our health, and it's just gone absolutely crazy. So right now we've got this ACA debacle that's going to affect not only the low-income people, but the middle-income people and the high-income people, really people that don't work for an employer with group insurance. And even if you work for an employer with group insurance, it can be pretty ridiculous, not only for you, but your company is paying astronomical amounts for the insurance to pay to cover their employees. And it's just not the way that it should be. So if we get back and talking about Medicare for all, certainly not talking about let's throw everybody into Medicare Advantage plans. Medicare Advantage is one of the biggest things wrong right now with not only Medicare, but healthcare as a whole, where we're allowing private insurance carriers to dominate with profitability versus our healthcare. And that's just not the way that it should be. It's a very complicated, complex type scenario to manage in an open free market, something like health insurance, where we really need to take the profitability out of it. It wasn't always this way. Back in the day, a long time ago, it pretty much was just an 80-20 type health insurance. Blue Cross was obviously the major carrier, and generally you had insurance coverage with a reasonable deductible, not big, and the insurance company would pay 80% of whatever came, and you paid 20%. That 20% kept you involved in your cost sharing part of it. So you managed your own cost share because you had to come out of pocket for some of it. We've gotten to a place where people don't want to come out of pocket at all for any of their health insurance, and that's also not the way to go. But what we should be looking at really is at the very least allowing people to buy into Original Medicare. Original Medicare is fantastic. It's real health insurance. It's like the old days on that 80-20 kind of deal where you can go to any doctor, any hospital, anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare, which certainly most do, and it's going to be covered the way it should be covered without having to ask for permission, without having to get referrals, without having to jump through some hoops to try and save some money to make some profit for an insurance company. If you need something that's medically necessary, it's going to be covered. And we certainly are in a position with Original Medicare, it's already built. There's absolutely no reason to not figure out what it would take to allow people to just buy into it, not give it to them for free. We can set up certainly ACA type scenarios where there can be subsidies for lower to mid-income folks where it doesn't cost as much for other folks, but give people the ability to buy into real health insurance, not a profit-driven model, but real health insurance that's accepted across the country. And it just makes a tremendous amount of sense. When you look at the pros and cons of something like that, I mean, it's hard not to see where it makes sense. The pros would be, number one, you get universal coverage, very easy to understand. And again, original Medicare, I've been doing this for a very long time, is fantastic. It's almost too good, but the reason it's too good just because it's real and it's not profit driven, it's service driven, where obviously claims come in, they get paid, they don't want to pay too much, but they set their pricing ahead of time and we all know what it's going to be and the doctors know what it's going to be, the hospital knows what it's going to be. They don't always like it, but it is what it is. We don't have to take a major chunk out of it for profit to a private insurance carrier. So you would also have lower out-of-pocket costs for the end user, which would be you and me in this plan where it could be called Medicare or it could be called something other than Medicare if you want to separate it from Medicare, and then gives you also the freedom to choose your doctor and do what your doctor feels you need to do, not have to ask the insurance company if it's okay and if they will pay for it. So that is exactly the way it should be. Could also negotiate drug prices along the way. It just makes a tremendous amount of sense. Cons to the plan like that would possibly be higher taxes. There may have to be some higher tax money to pay, but not necessarily if it's set up in a way that you buy into it, where whatever you're spending right now to the private insurance company would likely more than cover what it would make sense to buy into original Medicare. And then your choice, whether you have a Medicare supplement plan that would cover the gaps that are in original Medicare, but it would likely work out less than what we're paying right now for this not good coverage with very high deductibles and very high out of pocket through the private insurance carriers. To me, it just doesn't seem like such a difficult decision. I certainly would appreciate your comments on what you think about this. Is this something that could get done, that would have enough support? And again, it's up to Congress, and Lord knows Congress has its challenges getting anything done. But in something like this, where it's going to blow up here very soon anyway, we might as well put it on the table to fix it with a plan where you can just buy into Medicare. It's already sitting there working very well. Just come up with the cost that it would take to buy, come up with the level where you would get a subsidy, and then it just will work very good going forward. So please leave a comment below the video. I'm happy to work through all of it. I'm going to read them all. I'll respond to as many as I can. And let's see if we can't get something moving. I hope you found this helpful. Have a fantastic day.